In a world of tweets and text, email, and instant messaging,
That's cool. That's edited way too fast.
are we communicating any better? Is it modern technology with the effects on both business and society?
There's a lot of spyware out there. Sneaks into your system, follows you wherever you may go.
Listen to Knowledge Talk, the show that said it all, with your host, Dhahi Al Barwani, Tuesdays at 5:30 to 6:30 p.m.
Emotion.
Global.
Face it and talk it through on Knowledge Talk. Knowledge Talk.
That's what'll get me to buy a smartphone.
Or a wearable computer.
Or a website that finally puts me in the driver's seat.
No.
Every week here on the Nation Station Radio, Sultan of Oman, 90.4 FM.
Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon, and welcome to Knowledge Talks. A weekly edutainment and knowledge sharing program aired live specifically to share with you topics that contribute knowledge to the society. Every week, Knowledge Talks hosts and invites guests that are experts, professionals, and leaders from the field that bring wealth of knowledge to you. Knowledge Talks also highlights and promotes talents in the country that contribute knowledge and success to the nation, ladies and gentlemen. This program, ladies and gentlemen, is a weekly session that I will have with you every Tuesday at 5 p.m. I'm your host, Dhahi Al Barwani, along with our DJ Safiya here in studio for an hour, bringing you free knowledge at your doorsteps on Oman Radio FM 90.4. Okay, stay tuned after this music break for today's interesting knowledge topic and interesting personality.
Number one.
Radio Sultanate of Oman.
Welcome back to Knowledge Talks, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Dhahi Al Barwani, along with our studio engineer, DJ Safiya, with you here live today on Oman Radio FM 90.4. Interesting discussion we had before the break on your machine, mashallah, which is doing the rounds. What I need to know is, you said it took you 6 years to research and build the machine?
Research and development, research, R&D, I did my R&D.
Alone?
When I got comfortable, I built it, in fact, on the late 2013.
Okay.
I remember it was in November.
Okay.
End of November, I built it within the period of 1 month to 2 months.
You build it?
Yeah, I built it completely.
Most of the time was taken on the
research and development.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. And did you do it yourself?
Yeah, no, it was a help of some of friends and families. Okay. And when I built it, I assembled it.
Okay.
But I got a lot of difficulties to get the parts.
Okay.
Yeah, and to get the raw materials also. I have to look for solution to where I can find them, these materials.
Mm-hmm.
So I went a different way to research and get these materials. And I did all my best to fabricate and do the manufacturing. And also the help of the companies. I went to do some of the components to refine them and to get to my desired
outcome of the device.
Yeah, because some of the commercial components you might find them, but it's not as per your requirement or specification. Mm-hmm. So you have to do some alternatives.
Okay.
So I have to look for solution, and I came up with a new way of inventing, you can say.
What challenges did you get throughout the journey?
Well, a lot of challenges. I can remember. This is one of the challenges, as I told you, obtaining the materials, getting a proper workshop. That's one of the challenges. Getting also funds sometimes, but the fund was not really a critical thing. but the time management, it was crucial to me, because I'm working in Oman here, and the time when I come back at home, I have a very little period of time to do all of these things. So I have to spare this time and dedicate on doing it at least 1 hour, 2 hours. But it was so hard, because sometimes I have to take my weekend and do that. And also I was having difficulty, be honestly, with my to balance between work and my family.
Okay.
And because I have to put time management, how to spend time with my family and friends. So otherwise I'll be totally isolated. Yeah.
How did your family cope with this?
Well, I had to confront them.
Okay.
I had to tell them honestly, but I have to spend some time. Please just allow me 1 or 2 hours of your time.
Okay.
And it will be grateful for me.
Okay, alhamdulillah. And they gave you the time.
Alhamdulillah, they gave
And then you also achieved great strides, mashallah, with
alhamdulillah, they were patient, really patient for me. I really thank them for that. I really thank my family and friends, my colleagues, who really back me up on this. At the beginning, also another difficult thing I faced, that when I start this research, I didn't know who would believe in me at that time, because to do something different, out of the box, I went to asking questions, the different discipline of engineers. I was asking them, can we do this? We can do that. Can we do this? Some of them, they were giving me honest answer, but they didn't know what I was up to, what is my target. And the challenge is, when if I know myself, if I'm going to talk about this thing, for example, I'm going to say I'm going to use this water as a fuel, or I'm going to use water for changing it into gas at the beginning, then no one will believe me. Even my friends will not believe me. So I had to do this challenge myself and prove it to myself. And to
mashallah. And did you take them out for a dinner or a party, or you traveled with them? What did you do?
Well, all of that you can say.
No, mashallah, no, that's very good. Tell us about so now you took your research, you developed your machine you find it to be quite useful. Now, what was, you achieved, you went to Geneva.
Absolutely.
How did they know about you?
Well, I as I told you, I have a team. I have my partner, Mr. Said Hamir Al-Busaidi. He was backing me up also. And he also, we opened a blue energy company.
Oh, mashallah. Now I know where the blue energy come from. Okay.
Yeah, and the blue energy company. And then we really promoted in that way. And we patented also.
Oh, mashallah. Yeah. And you think it's very important to patent?
It's exactly. And the ministry was really proud of the achievement, what we have done.
Okay.
And
which ministry is it?
The Ministry of Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
Yeah, Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
And they really they were got impressed, and they in fact sent me to one of the place called a research center in Brussels to investigate the machine.
The Innovation Center?
The Innovation Center.
Yeah.
To see how the machine do work, because they have seen the papers, they have seen the technology it's talking about, and they won't really see it in the real practical.
How does it work?
If it does really work, they really it does what it claims. You know? So I met with the doctors and professors over there. I remember at the time was Abdullah Al-Balushi, and he was a fine guy, good guy, and Abdullah Zakwani also. He was one of the panels. I don't remember that. I don't recall other names, but there were interesting questions. They were asking me how do it work and how is the efficiency. I'll explain to them everything, and they said, "Can we have a look to the machine?" And I said, "Yeah, you can have a look in the machine." And they saw the machine, and they were impressed. So they said, "How efficient is it?" I said, "It's very efficient. You can use this machine. It's like you're lighting a bulb, like 200 watt or 300 watts, and you get all the application you want. I mean, you get the flame, a combustible flame. Yeah, and that's where they really got enthusiastic, and interested in me, and they said, really, this is fantastic. You should do more and do more of these things.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
What did it cost you to do this?
Well, and initially it took like 800 to 200 riyals.
Okay.
Because
to build the machine.
To build the machines.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the average. I don't really at the beginning I don't really pay attention on the really cost, but at the end I took a consideration, because if I'm going to put it in the market, what did really the device cost me to put in it and commercialize? In fact, it was reasonable price, and I believe during the manufacturing process it reduced even further the price down.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Blue energy. So now you have the device, you showed it to the ministry, and you went to Geneva to demonstrate it. What's next?
I was being selected by Chamber of Commerce, and it was organized by Riyadh during the GCC panel. They organized, and they nominated one of the best in every candidate in every Gulf country, one candidate to present the device or invention to the Geneva exhibition. It was at the time in April 2nd to 6th. And it was very fascinating, because I've met a lot of interesting people. I met scientists, I met many companies. I exchanged thoughts and also information, because it was my first time, in fact, to be there, and I didn't know what I'm going to expect. Even though I took my invention with me, it was also it was a challenging moment, because to bring it on time and do demonstration on the next exhibition. It was really a learning point for me. I've learned a lot from the different inventors, how to come up with the end product. Because when my product, it was initially is a prototype, the first machine, it was built, but I could make it for the commercial, because it was in very short time and a period to do all of these things.
Okay. Have you commercialized the device?
Yeah, we're planning to commercialize. The idea is to bring it into commercial. It will not be in a retail to the retail audience or the end users. The target is it will be more beneficial on the commercial companies, that they will be taking this machine to the mass production, because they have the network, they have the connection, they have the marketing strategy, and they have all the resources to do that. As for the inventor, it is not worth to do the whole process to yourself until you end the product.
True.
It will take you many years and whole years, but you need to join these other sectors and teams to put you into the marketplace.
Okay, so you're looking at opening up a B2B, so business to business.
Business to business, with the industries who involved, who was really interested. I found many interesting example, manufacturing companies. They really approached me to that. Some of them in Europe and some of them in Oman here also. Okay.
So right now you have the company, but you will soon commercialize it as well.
Yeah.
And are you looking at being full-time or remaining part-time as well with the business?
Well, I don't know what the end is going to be. In fact, inshallah, look, we'll see where's the best road.
I see sky's the limit for you, mashallah. The way you think, the way you've put the thoughts in, it's very, very good, mashallah. In your opinion, what is an innovator?
Well, an innovator is a person who's a self-motivator.
Okay.
Who have a strong faith and belief in what he does. And he have an aim and objective to accomplish that. An innovator is a person who has a vivid imagination.
Okay.
And who can apply this into reality and put it into practice.
So putting the ideas into practice.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. What is the characteristics of an innovator? What kind of thing you see from a person or individual? Say this kind of thing they should have or possess in order to become an inventor.
Inventors are always looking for solution, and they always challenge what is there, and they challenge and overcome the anything that come in their face and face it, and they try to look for solution. They don't wait for solution to come. They go forward and take the solution and make it better, and that's an innovation to me. Recognizing also the needs and requirements is another way of innovation. And it is not necessary to be an inventor to become an innovator. You can become in a business perspective, for example, and you can come up with a solution or a way, or you can change. And it's innovator is art, actually. You can change things in appearance, and you can make it wonderful marketing strategy for the. I'm gonna give an example for the business perspective. Yeah. So innovators has a big role in the person himself.
Okay.
Is gonna do the change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who has supported you with this project when you work it on? You said friends and family, of course,
exactly.
who have supported you.
I have my partner also, and as
they played a good role.
Yeah, big role in doing that.
Yeah. Do you have a role model, by the way?
In fact, yes, I have many lists of role models.
Wow.
Many lists. One of my there are many of them. So recall Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is one of my is my role model, and I like to thank also His Majesty, because he's my role model since my childhood, since during 80s and 90s. I love when he talks about environments and protecting the environment and the animals and the whole creatures, in the way.
MashaAllah.
Yeah. This is where it made me inventive. Another way is I like Steve Jobs.
Okay.
He's one of my interesting character who takes challenges. I like his method. I have, for example, Muhammad Gandhi.
Okay.
He's one of my also role model.
Gandhi, I was reading about an article about him, in fact, 2 days ago. Okay, he just released an autobiography. He passed away. An autobiography was released about him, by the way.
Exactly.
A few weeks, but a few days here in Oman, which we've seen it. In case you're looking to read about it.
MashaAllah. Yeah, and we have Thomas Edison also.
Okay.
Since I was childhood, love.
He failed. Did he fail 1,000 times?
He failed 1,000 times.
Yeah,
10,000
but would you really call he failed, or he was?
He said whenever he fails, it's a learning curve to him, because whenever he fails, he learns new things, something new, and he discovers new things between those failures. He learns new things.
Yeah. But I think one what normally would say one fails when he or she stops. But if they continue doing whatever they're doing, then they're not failed. They're through the journey of trial and error, I think.
Exactly. Persistence is required.
And persistence plays a very
big role, Perseverance and persistence. And you have Tesla also, for example. He's a very fascinating man who did a lot of wonderful thing. And you have also other guys. You have Googles, you have Facebook. He started small, and they made it with a big giant company.
From home to a conglomerate,
and they worth now billions of success.
And inshallah we see Dhahi there as well.
Or
bigger. Inshallah. Inshallah.
Hope for good. Inshallah.
Now I understand, in order for you to go further, you would definitely need. There's a lot of expenditure. Or you need to have a big capital in order to not only commercialize, but you need to have a workshop. You need to have a manufacturing house. Wouldn't you think this is the kind of thing you would need in order to kick off the?
Well, it will help a lot. You have these resources. It will help you to achieve even much faster, and you can. And it will be very beneficial to society also, and then it will be beneficial, and it will be we will be spreading more knowledge and will discoveries, and it will be very helpful.
especially for the renewable energy as well.
Exactly, because we are looking for renewable energy, because remember the time it was a shift of change during the 2 centuries. It was shifting from the coal energy, and then it shifted to steam energy, and then it went to petroleum, and then diesel. Now it's to natural gas, and tomorrow renewable energy. We have solar panel, for example, solar panels. It's taking role for the renewable energy. You have wind energy, and these other resources of energies are coming up. So this is a shift of trend that we're going to happen. Either we like it or not, we have to be prepared for that change to happen.
Have you looked at partnering or the prospects of working with a Raft in order to build up your business further?
Well, the Raft is good, but Raft is mainly for the business. The design they developed is for the perspective for the business ownership who has business, and they wanted to open up their business. So it's like a banking. So you take a loan and you do that. You have to do it everything by your own self. And what I see that it doesn't really. I don't see the benefit on my side. Raft, but it could be helpful when we have a strategy, a proper plan, and how to bring up into the commercialization stage. I think we need a team developing team, so we innovators who can come up with a solution that we can make this into end product. I've seen some other countries they do that. They take, for example, in China, they take the individual from the A to Z until to commercialization. They be supported from all through the way, through training, through the fund, because fund is not always enough. It's not only thing. It's
there's a lot of things. You need a team.
You need a team. You need a fund. Otherwise, you can squander this fund in no purposes. So you should be in a useful manner.
What is next now, Dhahi? You've launched the product, mashallah. You've set up your business, which is Blue Energy. You currently work for Oman Air, and you're doing very, very well. I read on the Oman Wings copy, as I said, and that's when I also said, wow, this is a guy that, mashallah, we need to bring him on air and talk to him. And so what's next for you?
Well, next for me, I'm looking for taking it for another level.
Inshallah.
Extra mile. And what I achieve right now, it should be explored further. And there are interesting companies.
Okay, very good.
On the list right now, and I'm looking forward. And hopefully see, inshallah, where we'll be heading, inshallah.
Inshallah. You have a vision ahead of you. You started 6 years ago. You saw the vision in your mind. Absolutely. You knew what you wanted. And mashallah, after 6 years, 2014, you had it ready. And not only you had it ready, you went all over and selected to go to Geneva and demonstrate it, that is spectacular, that's exciting, that's fantastic, mashallah. Now you're thinking in your mind, Tariq, you know what's next? Next is to take this to the next level. And I know that you're going to take it to the next level. May Allah yazidaka khair, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Anything you wish to share to our audience before the end of our program today?
Well, I love to share that all my supporters and friends, loving ones, and audience who are listeners, we share the all common things. We do share and we learn from each other. And we are not always perfect, but we try to learn and do better. And hopefully see everyone doing the same and take the challenges and don't be scared to do it. Just do it and things will open up. It's like you entering to the dark tunnel. We go to the dark tunnel to another level. You don't know what's the next channel you're going to take you, but the end you'll find the enlightenment.
Mashallah. Thank you very much for joining us today on Oman Radio FM 90.4 to share about your invention. Dhahi, I would like to take this opportunity to wish you the very best and success in all that you do, inshallah.
Thank you very much, Dhahi Al Barwani, for having me here in the radio talk show. Thanks.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our program for this week. I hope you all had an intriguing time with us. Let us catch up again next week on Tuesday, same time at 5 p.m. for a knowledge session. I'm Dhahi Al Barwani, wishing you all happy and a pleasant week. Ma'as salama.